Hello everyone and welcome to my new series of Saturn through the houses. This will be suitable for Vedic astrology but also for Western astrology. All you have to know is that Saturn is in the first house using an equal house system. So when you know that Saturn is in the first house of your chart, you should also understand that there is a great inner knowledge in the Vedic system that applies to everybody, that Saturn will affect your third house, seventh house, and 10th house in a very unique way. All the information is on this video, so let's go. Saturn in your first house. The first house is two main things really. It's your ego, your personality, and it's your health and your body in the world. So Saturn will immediately impact these aspects of yourself from a very early age. Saturn's lesson, Saturn's purpose is to give you Saturnine qualities for your good, to help you to succeed in life. Ultimately, Saturn is the 10th house karaka of career success, but you won't succeed unless you get these qualities working for you. Now, the most important thing is Saturn in a positive sign or not? By that I mean, is Saturn in a sign that works with Saturn well, such as Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius? If he is, then you will easily have these positive aspects and Saturn will help you move on in life. If he's in a conflicting sign, such as Aries, Mars-led, or Scorpio, Mars-led, it's a tougher time for you because you will find it hard to acquire the positive aspects of Saturn and you may go into the negative side instead. So let's look at these aspects, these positive and negative aspects of a first house Saturn. So the positive qualities of Saturn are being hardworking, persevering, having a very responsible and dutiful attitude, doing things the right way, not being afraid to take your time over tasks, being meticulous, careful, and very steady, reliable person. These are great qualities which at the end of your life always put you in good stead. But if you can't develop them early on, and that will be due to some challenging aspects or to Saturn being in a more selfish sign, then you tend to find that you become isolated, you become introverted, you become withdrawn, or you just give up on things. You start things and you can't finish them. I've seen that a lot. That's because you want things now and Saturn won't let you have things now. Saturn demands that you develop these really resilient, special qualities. Okay, so that's the key lesson here. That's the key karma to develop in your personality the wonderful qualities of Saturn. And what is the reward for that? Well, the actual reward is that when you get to 36, when Saturn matures in your chart, 36 onwards, if you have developed them, if you have worked hard, unselfishly helped other people, given, shared, done all the good stuff, when you get to 36, you will find without doubt that the red carpet just rolls out and all the goodies in life come to you. All the doors open that were shut before and you make marvelous progress. But if you haven't, unfortunately, been able to get those sort of qualities going for you, or if you've maybe given up and take a step back all the time and become very depressed and introverted and very anxious and not being able to push on slowly and patiently, then what's going to happen is that around 36, you will be made by life, by events, by your karmas to face certain situations which will make you develop those very same qualities, but you'll have to develop them suddenly, sharply, in a not pleasant way. That's the unfortunate side of the first house Saturn, but it's not unfortunate actually, because once you've got that, once you pass the test, if you like, Okay, because Saturn is a sort of a taskmaster. He wants you to pass that test. And once you have passed that test, then even if it's later on in life, well past 36, you can still gain enormous success because Saturn tends to do things later rather than sooner. For many people with these cardinal Saturns, first house, fourth, seventh, and 10th house, success comes late, particularly I would say after even 45. Success comes late. There can often be a midlife change in your career path. There can be a serious switch around. But what's the most important thing? When you do get that success or even fame, it's very real and very lasting. And you actually gain huge respect in your later life. So Saturn is about time, Kala. Saturn won't give you easy results, won't give you the quick results, won't give you the quick buck if you like. And if you're looking for the quick buck, the easy way to make money, the easy way is not the way for Shani, sorry. Lord Shani is the hard way. But if you go down that route, you will find it easier and easier the older that you get. You will have paid your debt. You will have paid your debt for your Saturn first house. And there is always gold at the end of Shani's rainbow. So don't be afraid. And in fact, being fearless is a wonderful quality too, because the more you become self-reliant, and the first house Saturn is all about self-reliance as well, the more easy it is to develop these positive qualities. Okay, now, health-wise, there are some issues and we need to consider them. So, Saturn in the first house does develop health issues early on in your life. That is because Saturn wants to slow you down. Nothing slows you down more than health issues. Nothing isolates you more and makes you more kind to other people because you need them than when you are sick or have some sort of disability. So that's all part of the karma. That's the deep reason for it. So the sort of things that may develop can be very serious illnesses very, very early on in life that may be long lasting or not. There may be disabilities also. There may be issues around your bones, around walking, around your hair, teeth, skin are very often affected. And e.g., these may be long lasting things that are there all of your life, like psoriasis and so on. But whatever it is, it holds you back and it makes you go inward and it gives you strength, because ultimately, when we have serious illnesses and disabilities, we have to develop inner strength and courage. And that's the absolute blessing of Lord Shani, even though it doesn't often seem that way. So now it's very important that we study carefully Saturn's look or glance or drishti. This is where Saturn focuses his gaze on certain houses. The third house, the seventh house, and the 10th house are those which are impacted for you. Let's study them. Saturn's third house aspect here is very particular, very easy to describe. Two sides to it. One, it can affect you from your early life in not allowing you to travel. Again, this can be because of all of those health restrictions. There can be a fear of traveling in some way as well for some people, even a phobia. I didn't actually mention that, but some of the mental health issues around Saturn first house are depression, anxiety, and sometimes phobias. There can be all sorts of phobias around your immediate environment. You can be a social phobic, where you just don't like to be around other people in a crowd or whatever. That can disturb you. On a very simple level, you can have sibling issues, e.g. no siblings or the loss of siblings, or not being able to get on with one particular sibling that is hugely disturbing to you. So that's the basis of the third aspect. The seventh house aspect is a bit tricky here. It depends what your culture is. In general, Saturn wants you to do your duty. So if you, for example, have an arranged marriage, often that can be difficult but works out long term. Okay, that can happen. And again, you want to carefully study the D9 chart for that, for all timings there. But in general, taking away arranged circumstances, when it's your own free will who to marry or who to get together with, spousal wise, you are far better to wait as long as you can. Any delay in finding a partner is a beneficial thing. And very often, even when you do have a serious relationship that is okay on many levels, it can make it a dutiful one, because there is the element of isolation around yourself that you don't easily blend your whole energies in a partnership. Partnerships are not easy for you as a person. So that's one of the elements here. But ultimately, you are a very responsible person, a dutiful person. So no matter what the difficulties are, you do tend to have a relationship which is often very long lasting. It can be long lasting, but it's not like a happy go lucky, relationship, having a lot of fun every day. It will always be about responsibility and duty. Absolutely. Saturn's 10th aspect is very clear, really. Now, you can take to any career, any line of work, you've got all of those wonderful Saturnite qualities, obviously. And very often, funnily enough, you find people working with the Saturnine illnesses, very often, like a rheumatologist, a dentist, or whatever, or maybe a lawyer, law enforcement, detective work, or teachers very often too, social workers also. It doesn't really matter what you do though. There are two scenarios that always seem to come into play with this 10th aspect of Saturn. One, it takes a long time to get success. You feel like giving up so many times. You begin to doubt, is this the right way for me? Am I in the wrong career? No, you're not. If things are going along smoothly, day to day, week by week, you're not in the wrong career. You've just got to be patient. You've got to wait. Because after 36, as I say, all the doors will absolutely open up. That's the thing. You have to really stay with it, even if it feels like you are being overlooked time and time again. Second scenario is there's a major break, a sudden, absolute, traumatic often event that ends one career path. Okay, it can end because of all sorts of scenarios. All depends on your karmas and the personal factors involved in your chart, but you find a complete break, a complete end, and you have to start again from scratch. It can be really hard, financially burdensome, all sorts of things. You have to even sometimes retrain. But that second path will be the best path for you, because you put into play all of those Saturnine qualities, and therefore you get that success. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sub to my channel, starting out again. New videos up soon will be Saturn second house, and also check out my video on Saturn karmas and Saturn through the houses. God bless everybody, and goodbye for now.